What up, tribe? It's your girl Raji, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, The Kush Concierge, something for the people, where the evolved hustler comes to learn more about hoodoo, astrology, tarot, culture, and everything in between. So, a quick recap of what we discussed yesterday, which was centered around the new moon and Aquarius themes, as well as giving us some insight into the identity shifting process and how it ties into astrology. If you guys want to tap back in and check out that episode, I most definitely would recommend. Since today is Saturday and it is the day that we are gaining our wisdom and working with Saturn energy, I'm going to go ahead with you guys and kind of do like a wrap up of what we've been doing so that we can catch up and get in where we fit in to get the process of next week started. Because, Sunday is officially the first day of the week, for real, for real. So you are now in a day where I would definitely do some assessments and do some shedding based upon the information that I compiled. What you have right now is your natal or birth chart information. You filled out the necessary points and you have assessed and researched your houses as well as your planets. So just a quick counter, we're going to do a little wraparound. So y'all know, in the idea of pursuing growth, you would need to be focused on your rising, your Jupiter, and your Mercury signs. In terms of the houses that we were exploring, we explored the first, the second, the third, the fifth, the 10th, and the 10th house, but I also included the 8th, the 11th, and 12th just for honorable mention in terms of working with your shadows and doing that deep transformation and rebirth so you can kind of fill out all your information. All of these things tie into how you are going to refine your identity based on your natal chart. So this way it's like you won't be like flailing in the wind trying to pick out something. You'll be doing something that you're deeply aligned with. You'll be doing something that your purpose, your gift, so you'll be more enabled to receive favor and receive blessings from those things in this particular period. You won't have to answer to the idea of being fake or being inauthentic or dealing with karma, dealing with the backlash, because you'll be truly walking as yourself. So I feel like that gives you like an air of confidence too. Because it's like once you know yourself, you can always draw from experiences with others. But I just feel like once you know yourself like truly and deeply, it won't be like a question. It won't be like a doubt in your mind of what way you should go. And I feel like anything else that's talking to you outside of that is really ego. And what you'll find, in this particular setting is a lot of things we were researching, and I feel like I mentioned this before. A lot of things that we were researching is honestly already within your chart. Those are things you're already doing, or particular interests you had as a child or as a teen coming up. You were kind of divinely, not divine. Well, yeah, you were divinely guided to those particular talents or those gifts, even if you may have been steered away from them as you got older based on the ages that we were in and the way society has been set up. So for a lot of people, it won't even be that hard of a shift, if any at all, because some people are truly walking exactly how they should be walking, but those people might want to refine a thing or two or map out their life plan. It'll help you set longer term goals. You won't be like I said, lost in the sauce, for lack of better words. The Saturdays, I feel like Saturdays are good for shadow work. That's why I wanted to do an a thought process of release and how we were really going to be cutting the cords of preconceived notions in our own heads, because as you know, we project a lot into the world, and we project a lot into our experiences and people that we come across on a day-to-day basis. This season, you are going to have to release the idea of what you think others think about you. Release the idea of being handled. Release the idea of feeling like you have to engage with energies that are looking to swap destinies with you, or you have to vibrate at that frequency of even trying to figure out why are they doing this, what are they doing. At a certain point it gets to be where you have the instincts and the intuition to not even share certain information or not even engage, so you don't have to deal with that type of energy. It gets to that point at a certain time. Now I will say, like, different levels, different devils. Obviously you'll have other, like, Mario challenges, for lack of better words, that you will incur through life. But at the end of the day, you're built, you're set, you're steady. You have that foundation. You have what I call the other day the Mouska tools to get where you're trying to get. Now, your 8th house, today I would tap into my 8th house, as well as my Pluto. So what are you trying to be taught? What is Pluto trying to teach you this season about your shadows and about things you want to let go of and release? What is Pluto trying to teach you about your descendant? So if your North Node is something, then you also have a descendant. That descendant is where you are going to find, like, your traumas and your, like, things that bothered you as a kid, things that you have come along with you as you have matured and grown and ventured off into life. So all those things are better worked with front end, because you don't want to have to be dealing with that 24/7 as you go to reshape yourself. When you guys fill out this evolved hustler sheet, this form, your identity shifting form, is asking you certain things about yourself that you are gonna want to change, or refine rather, because change is uncomfortable and a lot of people feel nervous, or they feel like it's easier to stay the same and just been doing what you've always done. So take the time today to really just wean yourself off in a way from grief, from the addictions, from the negative vibes, from the perceptions and the projections. Like, take the time today to do that. I was in the process the other day, not the other day, yesterday. I was in the process of getting these forms and stuff together so that I could publish them for you guys, to get and work with for next week starting tomorrow. So I'm doing them, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to do the form, because like I said, a lot of this stuff I have written out already. So I'm like, damn, okay, I'm just going to do the form, and then they can get the start of how they see themselves, etc., etc. And it was like, as I was going through the process and the description, I was like, damn, this is like some multi-step shit. You can't really just, oh, this is who I want to be. Woo, woo. Like, no. There's certain ways that you have to put that information there and together. And a lot of that is going to be centered around, what about yourself do you want to see rebirthed or transformed, or you want to see released, or I would hate to say die, but that's what Pluto's is about, deaths, rebirths, transformations. So yeah, what part of yourself do you want to see gone in order to get this process started? So I was like, damn, you can't really just throw that out there, because if you're anything like me or anything like even my children, you want to get to the good part fast. This, I feel like that's all of us. But when you do the necessary work, you don't skip the steps, then it's almost like, all right, there's not that much you have to go back and get done. You feel me? Like, there's a little less work. Not saying there won't be any work, because things like grief and things like traumas can sometimes creep back in over time. But if you kind of know how to deal with those things and tackle them, or you can see a clear picture of where you're trying to go energetically, again, it'll be something just a little less strenuous for you to deal with. You'll be better equipped. So the idea that you today should use this Pisces energy to go deep and really attract this new vision of yourself, bring in what you want. But in order for you to know what you want, you got to also know what you don't want. In order for you to know who you are, you also have to be familiar with who you are not, or who you no longer wish to be. So yeah, do that shadow work today. Do that deep dive. Do that ancestral wisdom. Take a cord cutting bath tonight, because as you stepped over into the next level, now you need to release those energetic ties. Now you need to release those preconceived notions. So you would do that with saging, with cleansing, with spirit baths, which again, I always talk about. Spirit baths can be something as simple as apple cider vinegar, sea salt. Boom, that's it. You can get more you can get as simple or as complicated as you want to get. And even in terms of your business structure, let's just say, okay, I'm not thinking about this on a level of personal, but you should always do spirit baths, because there is energetic attachments throughout the week. But even if you was gonna do your business, like a floor wash once a week. I think I mentioned before, I used to like floor wash my business like every Sunday, every Monday. I would come in and floor wash my business depending on what day I went in before I was finna go into work, because you want to get that energy up out of there. And let me backtrack. I would do it on Saturdays, like when we were getting ready to close up, because I usually be off for like 2 days, Sunday and Monday. So I would always mop, clean up, do that spiritual floor wash, do my sage, because I'm clearing out all that energy. So just think of it overall in that way. Now, exploring your South Node today is going to be, like I said, your descendant. It's going to be good, because you're going to tap into getting to know what your destiny, your karma, what your shadow looks like, or what you may have worked through in a past life. I would also even tap into, like, I'm not trying to deal with like depressive states, but like I said, you don't know where you're going till you know where you're being, type thing. So I would also work with my Lilith today, the childhood traumas, also shadow work. I may even tap into, if you have a Chiron, because I discovered everybody doesn't have a Chiron. So if you have a Chiron, which is your deepest, darkest struggles, your ability to heal and heal others, tap into that too. And then once you tackle those moments, allow yourself to step into the waxing crescent Pisces moon today to really dream up and imagine yourself anew. Like I mentioned to y'all yesterday, it'll be a great time to go ahead and do your Pinterest boards, how you want to look, how your mentors, just start to do like a rough draft of what it is you want to bring into reality. That's like, Pinterest is an excellent tool for that. But first, definitely do that shadow work, working with those particular aspects of your chart. Again, South Node, Lilith, Chiron, and Pluto. Now, think about the aspect of Pluto being in Aquarius, and I would definitely check the aspects and the planets in the other portions as well. Because if you look on the chart today, the nodes are in Aries, and Lilith is in something as well. So that can affect the way you move, the way you feel, like what's going on out there in the world. Why am I responding like this? There is a astrological reason as to why that is so. Like, for instance, if you go ahead and get into the aspect of today, like I said, the Chirons are in retrograde. So it's a period of reflection. It's a period of figuring out what means something to you in terms of your destiny and your purpose and your karma, your past life, all that. Like, how does all that shit play a part? And then what is Chiron is also in Aries. So y'all know Aries is about your mind, your thoughts, your ambitions, like what you really want to go after, what you really want to do, as well as, again, war. You know, Aries rules the head. So your mind, your thoughts. Lilith right now is in Virgo. So Lilith is training Jupiter and Uranus as well, but it is Quincunx. I'm probably saying it right. Quincunx is the word. It's Quincunx, and that is when you are using your free will or your willpower to push through. So if your Lilith is your childhood trauma and your shadow work, then it's going to be square. My bad. It's going to be Quincunx. I'm so saying that wrong. Chiron. And with that Chiron being in Aries, you are being encouraged to utilize that free will, that trauma, and work through it, push through it to develop and heal and then bring inspiration for others to heal their minds, heal their thoughts, heal the way people think, heal the way they approach, jump into conclusions. Like they said today, be more in touch with how you speak and what you say. Be careful, things of that nature. So it's always a good way to look at it. And just so happen, just off the strength, check out those placements and those aspects. But if just so happen your Lilith is in Virgo, or that's that extra work that you might want to do on this particular day. Now, Saturn is tapping in Pisces, whereas the moon is in conjunction with Saturn. So they are moving, they are kind of bouncing off of each other. So the moon being in Pisces and Saturn being in Pisces, so it's like a deep situation today. So yeah, do that meditation today, do those thoughts today, and really focus on what you want to see come today through your mind's eye, through your thoughts today. I think that meditation work needs to be done for sure. That way you kind of build the subconscious foundation of how all this shit's supposed to work out for you. Like, if you can think it, it can happen. Let's see what else I'm looking at. I'm looking at these placements, by the way. I've shifted over into that. Just for reference, afroseek.com is a great place to see what the planetary alignments are, and what the aspects are for the particular day. I'm looking more so towards Saturn, because it is Saturday, and the moon. Obviously, everything's here. Now, it looks like Jupiter in Taurus is also sextile Saturn. So, this particular area is where you would be able to draw your growth and your expansion through Saturn. And again, using your imagination, using your intuition, diving deeper into spirituality and creativity. So yeah, it's kind of a one of those journaling days. I would definitely, we're going to do an ancestor wisdom reading today in just a second, but I will definitely meditate and get in touch with my ancestors today to see what they want to see moving forward. I would definitely use this heavy energy to cord cut and remove. So when you think of herbs in terms of cord cuttings, removals, banishings, you want to think of pepper, you want to think of red pepper, boo, 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 boo. Even something as simple as sea salt. Like sea salt, man, could be used in so many variations. If you're able to get to a crossroads, get you some crossroad dirt and use that for your uncrossings and your unbindings today. So those are all like little elements that you can start off with to use. Black mustard seed is another good one. Welling. There are several. But just to kind of detoxing, think of dandelion root. Like when you think of herbs that you want to use to detox, remove, banish, think of things that heat up and move. Think of things that clear out stuff. Ginger, like it's so many different herbs that you can use to just take that shit on up out the boy. That's the way I could put it. Like, I have a master list that I need to upload as well. I got so much shit to upload to Patreon, y'all. Oh my God. But like I have a master list of herbs and their processes that you can use with that. A lot of them I have utilized in my personal grimoire as well. And they work, they move shit, they get it on up out the way. So yeah, gotta love it. But you want to walk in your kitchen and just, like I said, use some sea salt and some black pepper or some cayenne pepper. Hey, that'll work too. Like they said, our ancestors didn't have the comfortability to have access to all these different things that we have now. And a lot of us have gotten like a little spoiled. Because they weren't using candles all the time. They didn't have all these tools available. And in terms of being an herbalist or a root worker, they were going out and standing around in their immediate environments back in the day before, we got commercialized and start being in pharmacies and stores. They would just go out and kind of do their thing or consult with an elder to see what was best. But that elder was in the field looking at the herbs, knowing what they look like, so and such and so. Now, I haven't really gotten to that point, but when I do order my herbs and stuff, either like I say, simple stuff like that you'll use out of the grocery store, or I would order from a reliable, organic, natural place that doesn't do a lot of processing in terms of their roots and their herbs, and you can get them in bulk, like cheaper. I know a lot of us Amazon is but you can do Amazon if that's your thing, or if you go to these companies' independent websites, you can also just shop through them independently and get those herbs in bulk. Another good thing I like to do is go to the Spanish grocery stores, like the international food stores. Atlanta got them deep. Oh, I love it. Down in Atlanta, baby, they have all the good stuff. The international grocery stores, the Spanish grocery stores. I went to another, the Muslim grocery stores where they were selling halal meat and stuff. They always have bulk, cheaper herbs and spices and things that last a long time. I went to a halal grocery store, a small market in Georgia, I believe in Chambly, near Chambly, I'm probably saying it wrong. But When I tell you they had so much stuff in there, oh my God, you can get so many different varieties. And I also like to see what different cultures are using. You can get bottles of rose water. And if you on them yamps, you can use your yamps to get that stuff. You do not have to come out of pocket, okay? You can use your yamps. But those are good resources to get what you need. I feel like there needs to be a whole separate situation about shopping for tools and herbs and stuff. So that's just a little briefer, little rando rant. But in terms of getting back to the planetary aspects and the transits today, like definitely take into account using this energy to draw in what you want to see leave and stay. And then tomorrow I drop the Evolved Hustler workbook, and you will be able to use this guide to map out your transition and get started, because you'll have up until Wednesday, because I'm going to say the official start date for all this is Wednesday. And again, we're going to move through a period of 41 days to shift the identity of our hustle, our creative endeavors, our personal lives. So definitely stay on the lookout for that. I will be posting on social media the link to those PDFs when they drop. So let's get into the reading for today, because I know we all have some journaling that we need to do. We all have some planning we need to do and some shadow work. I definitely have some experiences that I want to revisit at a later date. And we'll generally do those on Saturdays. We're not gonna bog our week down with shit like that in the upcoming season. Those types of stories and references will be reserved for Saturdays. Because Saturday is the day for that type of stuff. So we're going to reserve that talk for Saturday. But I tell you what, though, redoing yourself and transforming, it's a hell of a thing. Especially when you don't really have, like, support. You don't have the support of people around you. It's kind of like a lonely walk. It's one of those interesting moments in life where you see what it really is in terms of your peers and your family and your relationships. And then it's also a really interesting moment of like facing yourself. Like, damn, I was like this. Like, it's a lot of shit that I'm like cringe. Like about my old self. Even, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even gonna hold you. Even the way I did business on some levels, like now as I've evolved past that, and you know, there still be business endeavors through the Kush Concierge that I'm gonna pursue. But like certain little shit I was doing and people I was dealing with, it's like cringe. And you know when it get to be cringe, you know, like you've elevated, you've shifted. Because it's a lot of shit I was doing in the past you couldn't pay me to do today. You just couldn't. It ain't who I am. And I was resistant then. I was resistant back then. I know now I'll probably be like, and then things I would change about myself, I would probably be a little less judgmental. So people could hear what I'm saying. So I've definitely shifted in that. I'd be a little less quick to partner up, you know, because I didn't understand the aspect of destiny swapping and people like playing your energy and like trying to steal. I wouldn't do that. I'd be more in tune with who I share information with, for people who just was being handlers, who just were trying to keep me from reaching my highest self. I was very friendly. I was very open and telling my business. I wouldn't show a lot because that's not the point, you know. I would definitely be mindful of letting my ego get in the way and showing people that I made it to the next level type energy. Like I said, it's a few things I wouldn't revisit again in this next frequency. So, in the name of doing shadow work, sometimes you gotta hold yourself accountable because people, what they don't know about, they can't destroy. I would also be more inclined to not work as much within, damn, I lost my train of thought. I would just do shit different, man. And I had a real, honest moment with myself. Once I got to this part of the process, I had a real honest moment with myself where I was just like, shit, what you doing wrong? What is it that you doing wrong? And not even wrong in terms of the eyes of society, just wrong in terms of, the way I wanted to walk with spirit, the way I wanted to show up in society. Damn, what they gonna write about you when you leave type shit. So I was very holding myself accountable, if you will, damn. And I played a large part in my own suffering with a lot of shit. Not just with men, but lots of relationships and partnerships. I played a large part in my own suffering. And I had to be real honest with myself about it. Because the longer you spend blaming everybody else for your issues, the longer it takes for you to heal. So when you done eliminated everybody off the table and you left standing with yourself, who else you got to talk to, Are you going to keep revisiting what a motherfucker did to you in the past? Or you going to face yourself? You feel me? What part of me resonated? What part of me vibrated at that frequency to even allow that in my energy field type shit? That's some accountability for your ass. But, once you reach that point, then you'll be ready for sure. Then you will be ready to move forward. I really spent a year testing out this program with myself before I was like, okay, yeah, this shit works, I know what I was gonna say, but I was very stubborn, and I talked about this on Twitter. I was very stubborn about letting go of the pretty hustler in aspect of me being within the beauty industry. It was so time for me to take make that shift and step out of that and move into being a guide and really just maybe making products here or there. And I did not want to step out of the service portion of that industry. I was so nervous about starting over. And I was stubborn because of it, not really stepping out on faith. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do all this shit and I'm gonna make it work. And then at the end of the day, it's that it don't work like that. Once I really started to break my chart down, and it tells me you can't do everything. You can't have your way out here, because I'm a very detailed person. I'm a research person, and I will research and read myself into oblivion. So imagine having 10 different hustles from 10 different walks of life, trying to research and make something perfect and really just see some shit come to fruition. And then at the end of the day, guess what? Nothing gets done. So I had to take accountability, okay. So I consider this a refining moment, and me really just tapping into what I'm here to do. Of course, I'll be providing tools and resources, for the collective in terms of what we're doing. But I don't think that my service is behind a chair or doing lashes or, things that I've done in the beauty industry, which I was successful. The marketing, I made good money. But my heart just wasn't in it anymore. And I knew that I was supposed to be being a guide, being a coach. I knew that I was supposed to be creating, taking care of my kids. I was a different person. And it, my ego was having a hard time. letting that side of me go, or even just the need to have certain things, not wanting to start over, not wanting to have to genuinely reintroduce myself. Like, some people, don't get me wrong, they meant to continue doing the same thing for years and years to come, but that's not my story. That's not my cross. Like, I'm very much was meant to cycle through things, learn, and then go guide somebody else. Like, that was my mission. That was what it was. And I had to come to terms with it. Like, damn, okay, step away. And for the longest, I just didn't want to step away. And that's me being real. And that was just due to fear. That was due to money. Worried about how people was going to look at me. How I was going to parlay these into a business. What was my identity? How was I going to hustle now? With spirit, genuinely. But in doing that, I had to discover who I was. And I'm not bullshitting you. For some people, that takes going through your chart, really just being like, what the fuck is this? Okay, boom. It wasn't that. I met a lot of great women, though. I'm sure I made lots of great connections that, I'll be able to reach back into at some point. Touched a lot of people, but at this particular point, it was just time for me to walk different. It was time for me to do something else. Not very much else, though. Not very different. Lots of refining. So, yeah. That's my word. Let's see what we got going on here. And I am not a shuffle this dick to sleep while I was talking with y'all. Yes, life changes, people change, processes change, the goals change, hell, culture changes, the world changes. The world changes, and that's what's real. But again, some people are meant to do that. It just wasn't me. I wasn't meant to do that for long term. I say long term. Hell, I did hair for I was involved service industry. 10, 12 years, 13 years? And I always said I was going to retire by the time I was 40. Like, my idea was to retire and, shift. So, this right on time for me. All right, Spirit. We're opening this portal, just seeing what's going on. Ancestors and Spirit guides, what do we need to know moving forward? And how do we need to handle the energy for today? Let's see what we got. Do we got tea or the work? Okay, we got the 8 of Sticks in the upright. We've got the 9 of Sticks in the reverse for present. We've got the Ace of Baskets for the collective energy. We've got the 5 of Baskets in the reverse for the near future. And we've got the courting card in reverse. No, I want to see what's going on. Okay, looks like progress is being made, focused on moving forward, focused on new beginnings, new starts, finding your key to happiness with that Ace of Baskets. But with these 3 areas in reverse, that's kind of what I want to explore, like, why? So tell me about the 9 of Sticks in reverse, Spirit. So, okay, there is a need to, we're still working with discipline. Tell me more about the 9 of Baskets. So, injustice and imbalance. You may have felt like you wasn't able to protect yourself, but now you're disciplined. There was a lack of injustice coming, things you were committed to. So maybe you were being unjust to yourself. Maybe you were being not fair to yourself by continuing to lower your boundaries. You need to, you need to be more thorough about keeping your boundaries up. You need to be disciplined about that. Your loyalty to the wrong things caused injustices in your life. And that is the energy that you are transmuting presently. All right, ancestors, tell me about the Five of Baskets in reverse, please. So there were some disasters coming because it looks like there is an energy of not really seeing things through. Tell me more. Yeah, you got your Eight of Coins in the reverse, so your goals working, you weren't as committed, so maybe there was some missteps there. I pulled out two cards where you weren't allowed to grow. So even though you had some missteps and you had some things standing in your way, you got the Ten of Sticks saying that those lows, those were things, these are things that you're going to be remedied. These are things that you're going to transmute and move past. Like not growing, not being able to have a pathway forward, not knowing where you're going, obviously. So that's right on time with what we're doing, which is exploring ourselves. And not being committed to your goals, and that could be because you're worried. You were worried about not being able, like, was this going to be something that you can grow from? Was this going to be something that was going to be feasible? Tell me, ancestors, about the courting card in reverse. So you were trying not to make a decision. You didn't want to fight. You were not fighting, not being assertive. We got the Aries. We got Gemini. Then we got feminine fire energy. So maybe you were not grounded, not trying to fight about the end of a relationship or a partnership, possibly with the Mother of Knives energy. Tell me about the Mother of Sticks in reverse. You were wasting your energy. This was a negative concept. But Spirit, if you haven't already become grounded about this situation, it's time for you to ground yourself, possibly go into hermit mode, away from this Mother of Sticks energy. That Mother of Sticks energy is like not no bueno. Yeah, this is not a energetic match on any level. And you shouldn't continue to fight for this partnership. You shouldn't continue to move towards that energy. You shouldn't continue to focus on that. This energy kept you in an indecisive, non-committal, not knowing what you should do type of mood. And right now, you're searching for that new beginning. You're searching for that new start. But Spirit is saying continue to make a commitment. So they're just drawing off of what I was saying while I was shuffling the cards, just drawing from my personal experience. You have to be prepared to say, okay, I'm in the paint for this shit. I'm in the field for it. You can't be flying around because that is going to lead you in circles. Now, this is not to say you ain't going to be able to do all of your hopes and dreams and desires. You just have to do that shit in phases. You can't do it all at one time. It's not realistic. And I don't even want to say realistic. Well, you can't do it. You'll drive yourself crazy. Like, I'm shuffling the regular deck now, y'all, to get some confirmation. But while I shuffle, I just want to say, like, I was doing the guides, right? And I'm such a perfectionist, confirmation in a way. And I was like, damn, bruh, I can't believe I felt like I was going to run a spa. I felt like I was going to be a hoodoo practitioner. I was going to read cards. I was going to do this, do that. And you talking about being a content creator and a designer. And like, girl, no. The idea of me guiding and coaching and really working within my practice of, being a hoodoo practitioner, that is a busy enough. That's content creation enough for a season. Dead ass, like, to make it. And that's because I look at it in a way like, why wasn't I getting things done? Why am I not having thoroughness with this. Your mind is in too many different places. There's no, not in, I don't think in any field, but I'm gonna say for sure in this type of lifestyle, it's very hard because you want to do something of substance. You can't do nothing of substance if you all over the place. Like, things matter. That's why most people hire a team. But in this day and age, a lot of us are doing things on our own. So we are taking on the role of a lot of things. Now, if you were blessed enough to be able to hire a team, then by all means, possibly. But everything takes time because, hell, a good business takes a year to, like, really get any type of real traction to show, you know. So I just realized as I was doing these guys, I was like, I want this shit to be perfect. Like, not perfect, but, I wanted to have substance. I wanted to have, thought outness. I had one of my followers, and I don't even know if he noticed, but he was like, go deeper. But it was like something else he was talking about. But every time I do a reading now, every time I get ready to do something, and I'm already deep enough as it is, but now I'm like, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. You can't go deeper into something with 1,000,001 things on your mind. you know. And the idea is to build a community. The idea is so that you can niche, But you can't do that if you're doing 50, 11 things and people's not buying what you're selling. And I don't mean monetary. You're going to put your heart and soul into something and people going to be able to tell, especially in this season. And that was a very big determination for me as well about making this shift as the evolved hustler, because it's like, I got shit I need to say, and I don't need to be worried, no shade to the clients, but I don't need to be worried about having to run and do this and do that. Like, if I'm going to make this content, if I'm going to do these readings, if I'm going to work with these clients to solve their problems and guide them and give them proper follow-up tools, I gotta approach this shit from a real place. So I had to make some decisions. I had to move some shit off the table, even though I felt like I was good. I did. And even when you get ready to outsource and hire people, I've done that. Where I was like, all right, I can just hire people out and I can move on out of the way. You got to train people. You got to run your business. You got to check in. You got to do inventory. You got to, ain't no easy way out this shit. You hear me? The hustle know just how much you put into it. You cannot cheat it. So it was no easy way out of that. So I had to make a decision, and I feel like I'm tying all that into the reading, because it's like you have to make a decision. You have to get out of your head. You have to be assertive. You have to learn where you're going to put your energy. Not learn, but you got to be decisive about where you put your energy. It's time to get in the field. Yeah. And that's really what that last step is about, honestly. I was trying to pull a little tea out of it, and possibly could be tea, but what's real is making decisions, getting out of your head, decide what you're going to fight for, being assertive, knowing what direction you're going to go in, doing the work so you can have those loads lifted, so you can, now, I do believe in outsourcing when you're able to, but your shit need to be set up and structured before that can happen. And again, that's something that takes at least 6 months to a year to do authentically. Okay, so let's see what we got for the traditional tarot. Let's see what they're going to tell us. I'm going to split the recording up now, you guys. Hold on. All right, y'all. So yeah, there is a need. I pull out the 2 of coins in reverse. So there is the idea that in order for you to move forward and have some progress, it's time for you to, again, get those priorities in check. Your Wheel of Fortune is going to be in reverse until you get your priorities in order and learn how to fall into alignment. Yeah, a lot of things aren't balanced out. You want progress. This is what you got to do. This is the shadow work that needs to be done today. Getting in line, deciding which way you want to go, getting in balance. Sagittarius energy, Cancer energy. Yeah. So you have some dilemmas. You have some things that need to be healed. You have some things that need to be taken care of. Some traumas that need to be resolved. And these could also be in terms of people in your life. Yeah. Tell me about this Three of Swords. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to put in the work and come out of hermit mode. Get organized, get committed. There's an imbalance here. Something's out of alignment. And you've been thinking too deeply about these things maybe. Or it's time for you to contemplate those things. It's time for you to think deeply about what's not balanced and where you're not doing the necessary work. So presently, it's a need to step into the King of Cups energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And that's an area where you may be lacking strength, or King of Cups is lacking strength. You may be lacking the strength to fight, lacking the strength to fight for. Or there's a King of Cups in your energy who is lacking strength. He can't fight due to collaborations, due to some partnerships that were made. Ooh, yeah, we got the Ten of Swords. So there is some tea. There's a particular energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio male, that is feeling emotional because now they no longer have the strength to fight for connections that now have backstabbed them or ending in betrayals. Tea. Yeah, they had a betrayal from Empress in reverse. Somebody was fake and malicious. Queen of Wands. She was planning and plotting in regards to the finances, breadcrumbing, and nurturing. Queen of Pentacles. Or they breadcrumb the Queen of Pentacles, behaving like a King of Wands in reverse. Not sharing, not giving. Quick with the words, baby. They were very quick to speak, and in fact, this was a failure. And they are having to walk away with a failure that they didn't want to walk away from this. They didn't want to admit to this failure. They continued to fight. They continued to go hard in the pain. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Not with the tea today. But this is at an imbalance. This shit is not working. Two of Cups. And there's something that's being revealed about a Queen of Cups in reverse. Manipulated. Ooh. Wait a minute, man. Yeah, somebody, they moved very quickly towards a collaboration, and it's not working. It's a waste of energy. There's no growth here, and it's a burden. Shit. And they sad about it. They sad. This is somebody presently in your energy. This could be a water sign male. We got a Leo here. We got, what else? We got a Aries energy here. It could be any one of those. So there might be something that you may need to be releasing today. Yeah. Be a person you leaving on the back burner, and the ancestors are telling you why this energy is resonating right now. Yeah, there was you didn't protect your boundaries. There was a lack of boundaries, but now you have discipline. Yeah. This energy is said they trying to come in out of the cold. Yeah, but this cycle has ended. There's a cycle that ended. The world came out. That cycle ended. Why it ended? Because you want to move the chariot. You move forward. You onward and upward. Trying to find peace and stability. Ace of Pentacles. Now, I ain't even going to ask no more questions about that state. Let that situation go. Tell me about the Ace of Baskets. Yeah, you got a wonderful new start. You've got a new beginning. A bright future. We've got the 2, 4, 6. They got the 8 of Cups. Yeah, so you went from the Ace of Baskets, which is the Ace of Cups, to the 8 of Cups. So yeah, you're looking to make progress. You're looking to heal. You're looking to have some new things going on. Period. Tell me about the 10 of Sticks. Yeah, you need to release any betrayals, any lies, anything like malicious, dealing with selfish people or being selfish. King of Pentacles in reverse. Some just being too damn rough. But there's been something, things are being revealed. We got the Sun card here. So there's a realization about a King of Pentacles in the reverse. And they can no longer lie, cheat, steal, and destroy. You've taken some things into account. We got heavy Leo in this spread. It's time for you to get balanced in your mind, though, and be patient. You got to be patient. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to be patient and do the work this season. We got the High Priestess in reverse and the 7 of Coins. So you can definitely build and get to your happiness, but it is going to require a level of patience, a level of work. So Spirit is saying, don't be so impatient that you forget to do the work. Yeah, there is some, the Magician in reverse tell me. So there was some negativity, lack of planning due to bad judgment possibly. And your options were not as vast. So Spirit is saying you need to be smart this season. You need to be more forthright about what you want to get done here. Yeah, you got to be smart. But hell, we got the 9 of Cups on the bottom. So while it's going to take work, I mean, it's going to be worth it. You know, but we are open to doing the necessary healing. There is progress being made after, you know, realizing that people, places, and things were out of alignment. Yeah. You realize that there was no compatibility. There was no balance. You know, you needed to get grounded about these things. And, you know, those are what the things that you're, confirmation, those are the things that you're considering today. Most definitely. Yeah. Moving towards the money. If it ain't about the money, period. And that's just its own stability. But there's an energy though. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're no longer trapped. You are free. You're no longer trapped by this Emperor in reverse. You're no longer trapped in your head. Nope. You see now, 2 swords in the you see. You allowing this to end. You allowing this to, there was a Tower moment and you like, alright, period. Let it go. Let it go like Elsa in it, boy. Yeah, you let that Tower moment happen so you get to your Ace of Cups. Don't make me run the dick now, Spirit. I've been trying to do better because I be trying to talk about other things. So I be not really wanting to run the whole deck like I usually do. Yeah, somebody took some things away and it caused you to be in distress. Took your foundation. Or you gave it away. But that period is dead. That period is being rebirthed, transformed. No mas to that. Yeah, it was a negative attachment. That's why. And that's the truth. Things have been revealed. So it's been revealed to you that this particular King of Cups energy, maybe was being a very emotional, manipulative person, was a negative attachment. You realize that she had to end and had to die in order for you to move forward. Ooh, 3 of Wands. I'm just gonna leave right there. I ain't even gonna flip no more. Before I can even say it, like, before I could flip the card out, I said it. I like when it happens. I be in alignment. But y'all, it's about progress though. It may be a hard pill to swallow that you gotta leave some things and people and places behind, but you ready to do it. In this Queen of Swords energy, you realize that was stopping you from healing, stopping you from moving forward with your plans. And now you've taken accountability and you realize, like, this ain't working, you know. Stop being impatient about doing the work. Do the work. Work on one thing at a time. One pinnacle at a time. If you look on this picture, he got one pinnacle between his legs and the rest is up. And he looking a little tired, like, dang, am I ever gonna get there? But shit, the other pinnacles in the tree, the little strawberry, they there. It's happening. One more pinnacle. You might be one step away from, having the life that you've always dreamed of, You might be one step away. In terms of time, this is what coins is months. In about 7 months, be patient. In about 7 months, your life could shift dramatically. Yeah. I think coins is months. And cups is years. Don't make me pull out my book. Hold on. I feel the need to do that because I feel like the collective is like, well, when? So let's see. Let's get an accurate time stamp or approximate. Approximate means around or about. Hold on. I'm finna date up. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, I was wrong. So, nah, well, maybe not though. Because coins could be either it could be years, so either 7 years or 7 months in the winter season because it represents the winter. So by the winter, you'll be totally set, or within 7 years, you'll be totally set. But I mean, you really looking for long-term growth, so you looking for something that's gonna last the test of time. So you're not looking for a quick fix, not right now. You're not looking for a quick fix. The truth is being revealed. But you'll be starting this journey with the 3 of Sticks or 3 of Wands in a matter of days, or at least by the spring. You'll begin it. You'll start moving towards it by the spring, or in about 3 days, you'll be hearing some information. But somebody's lies and deception have been exposed. You see that energy was a burden. These energies are a burden. And the cups, you'll be looking towards happiness. Look, I'm going through it because I just feel like people know when. And you can get around about her. You can get around about her. So I feel like happiness will come, long-term happiness will come within the months, within at least 6 months or the summer. You'll be back to your happy self. You'll be back to your nice, comfortable life. And that 8 of Sticks is just letting you know you're going to have fast progress. You're going to have quickness because Sticks is usually a matter of days. Sticks or Wands, depending on whatever deck you're looking at. So, yeah. The work you doing will manifest in the long term. So during the harvest season, like that's how I look at it too. So everything, even if you want to look at that like, okay, everything that we're doing right now is a build up Think about it in terms of the planetary alignments too. Like we in Pluto and Aquarius. Then we gonna have that retrograde in September. Then what do you do during like the winter seasons? You get ready to sow so you can harvest, so you can rest, so you can chill. So you doing all the work during the summer. You doing all the work during the spring. And then when the winter time comes, the fog be ready to roll around. You like, okay, let me, because it's going to be that time span energetically where you're getting ready to go into hibernation and plan and refine and start the redemption phase all over again. So if you want to look at that in terms of seasons, this right on time. So if you do the work, if you work hard enough, if you plant the correct seeds, and you will be able to harvest something great in the next season. You'll be past this phase, and those lows for you are gonna be lifted quicker than you think. All those issues are gonna be lifted quicker than you think. That's interesting. I didn't think to look at this in terms of time either, but now that I am, I'm just like, okay. It sounds a little bit more hopeful. Yeah. This temperance and reverse energy, though, this hermit, this temperance, what was causing an imbalance to your movement forward. Yeah, you'll be knowing something about that in some weeks. They'll be feeling it in some weeks. Yeah, but you've been having to work. They wanted you to work. But nah, y'all, for real. It's a good forecast. I'm pleased. While there is work to do, and hope to be had, and prayers to be, and rituals to be done. If you get in the field and do the work now, later on, you won't have to worry. You won't have to be bothered. You can move on to the next thing. Feel me? Let's see what the oracle got to say. Hold on. I'm going to need to shuffle. Y'all. Oh, my Lord. Let's get that shuffled on. I've got so many good topics to discuss. I have a list, y'all. It's awesome. And I cannot wait. And these topics are going to be outside of the readings also. Because the readings are the readings. The only time I likely include the readings with the episode is if we doing like a Evolved Hustler session. That's probably the only time I'll include the collective readings. Other than that, it'll be about these particular topics. FYI. So stay tuned in because they will switch up. I got a new mojo coming for sure. Alright, let's see what the oracle's saying. Patience. Patience is what the oracle's saying. So we got to have patience while we filter through these things. You got to speak what you want into the atmosphere. And it's time for you to get busy. There's some things that have been revealed to you, and now you need to take action. And there's a need for balance within your life. And you need to continue to stay inspired. Okay. So spirit, like it's gonna be okay. BC, I be like when it like niggas, it be like not too much work. Not too much on the tribe, ancestors. Not too much on us, please. Thank you. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, you just gotta be mindful of what you care about, what you put your heart and soul into. Several things trying to be slick gonna get you messed up, but dealing with slick ass energy is gonna have you in an area where you're not gonna be able to provide. So spirit is saying don't trust these energies. That's the bottom of the deck type energy. Hold up. Then we got daughter of basket, so it's time for you to get committed. and love on yourself, but you will be receiving rewards and blessings for staying down. So that's what it is, y'all. I pray I was able to help somebody. I thank you guys for tuning in. As usual, you can find the visuals on our YouTube and a little bit preview on the social media. I am now uploading the podcast to YouTube, as well as the visuals will mainly be on YouTube as well. I'm still working on the new essence of how I want Patreon to go for us, for as far as exclusive content and readings. So thank y'all for being patient with me. I really do appreciate it as we go into this new season, because I did plan our Patreon out when I planned Patreon out in the beginning. So I do feel like there's something I need to go in and tweak too, so that I can be real with myself about how I'm gonna approach that schedule. Like, for real. But other than that, I will be putting the guides up though. There. That's where the guide's gonna go for now until we get this website situation straightened out. So yeah, check all that out, y'all, and be on alert for the Evolved Hustler e-guide, so that we can work together through this process starting on a Wednesday. We may even do some live sessions. So yeah, you guys, no fear. Don't be scared. Have the courage. Use this energy to your advantage. And don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. And we'll chat soon. Love y'all.